Hey, my name is Michael with Central Alps, and today we're gonna be talking about how to fit 40-inch tires on a 3/4 ton GM pickup truck. That's a Chevy or GMC 25 or 3500. It's got a 3-inch lift on it, 20 by 9.5 with a positive 12 millimeter offset, which is the same as a 20 by 9 with a plus 1 millimeter offset, and a set of 40 by 13.5 R20 all-terrain tires. So this is what you need to know. First thing that you need to add to your shopping list, you need a 3/4 inch bumper spacer. That's gonna take your whole front bumper and it's gonna push it forwards 3/4 inch. A downside is you'll have a little bit more gap in here. You still have plenty of access to your tow hooks and everything like that. Now you start to get to the tricky parts. You need to remove this whole fender flare because we are going to have to chop the fender. Good thing is that you're not gonna be able to tell. To the naked eye, it's gonna look completely stock, completely factory. So we're gonna start from the front and move our way to the back. The first thing that you need to do is you're gonna need to cut the front inner fender. You're gonna go up about 5 inches, up and then over, all the way to the side. And you're gonna take a sheet metal screw and you're gonna screw it into the bumper support with a self-tapping screw. That's gonna take your front inner fender and move it forwards so that it won't rub. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a disclaimer. When you go full lock, it's still gonna rub on the body mount. Now, a lot of Toyota guys, they do body mount chops and they chop it off. However, this is a dealer vehicle, so if it goes to the auction, it has the option to be tagged as frame. So we're gonna leave it. One way to get rid of it would be to do like 20 by 10s or maybe some shims to bring the tires and wheels out just a little bit more. So that's all that you have to do on the front. Push the bumper forwards, cut the inner fender, and screw it to the cab mount. Now, let's talk about the rear. You're gonna remove the outside fender flare. What that's gonna do is it's gonna show all the holes that the outside fender flare mounts to. And you are going to take this bottom corner and you're gonna make 2 cuts in it. Your first cut is going to be above your fender mounting location. So there's 2 fender mounting locations on the bottom and then they continue to go up. These are just round little rings. You're gonna do a horizontal chop, and now you're gonna need to take a vertical chop and cut the bottom of the fender. What this will allow you to do is now you're gonna take the bottom of the fender, you're gonna fold it up, then you're gonna take the side of the fender and you're gonna fold it in. Now what I like to do is I like to keep these pieces so that if you ever wanted to pull it back out and weld it, you could, and or it just looks clean. The next thing that you need to do is take your fender. This will be the easy part, it's plastic, and just chop the fender. You're gonna chop your fender 3 inches from the bottom. Now you're gonna have to remove your mud flap, so chop the fender 3 inches from the bottom. That's gonna make it clear. The last thing is that you need to take your inner fender now and you need to screw it to the old fender that you just folded. What this will do is it'll take the inner fender and move it back. You may need to loosen the mounting locations of the inner fender, which is the felt that's on the inside, to make it clear. And then you're gonna wanna take a blade and make like a 45-degree cut to allow the tires to turn in. Now, this is a first. To fit 40s with a 3-inch lift on a 3/4 ton GM, which in 2013, we would have never dreamed of this, because like 35s with a 6-inch lift was hard to do. You have to trim the rear. Never have I ever had to trim the rear fender of a truck. On the rear, you're gonna have to do the same kind of chop that you did on the front fender. You're gonna take your reciprocating saw or an angle grinder and you're gonna make 1 chop. And you're gonna fold the side of the fender in and you're gonna fold the bottom up. Then what you can do is honestly retain where your inner fender was mounted and you'll be good to go. You'll need to remove your mud flaps and cut again, another 45-degree angle in this outer fender flare. And besides that, you're good to go.